the thing is, every organization you meet today is talking about AI, right? It's on every strategy slide, every boardroom agenda. But then you look closer, and then most of the talk is just still an ambition, right? The reality is, as Bernardo mentioned when we first kicked off the session, only very few are managing to turn AI into something tangible, something operational, something that their teams can actually use every single day. And that could mean real workflows with measurable impact, measurable outcomes. And that's pretty much the space that we are exploring now with our new function, Infinite AI. So when we talk about AI at InfinitePL, we don't see it as a futuristic concept. We see it as a very practical tool. And practical AI, in a nutshell, it means solving problems that slow organizations every single day, right? So you could think of, since we're based at SPL, think of a logistics operation where deliveries are delayed because processes are manual, or a government service where citizens wait for days for a response where it could really be automated. Or it could be, for example, like an enterprise where managers spend hours on reporting instead of taking more important decisions. So these are not really technology problems. If you think about them, they are more operational problems. And AI, if applied properly, it could solve a lot, if not all of these problems. So when we say practical AI, we mean embedding intelligence where it matters, right? It could be in systems, in workflows, in decisions that define how an organization run. So it's not really about showing off the latest model or the latest integration. It's more about making services faster, operations more efficient, and most importantly, people more capable. So our approach at InfinitePL goes through three main pillars, and they are designed to reinforce each other. First, we're all about building skills. If your teams don't understand AI or don't feel confident using it, adoption stops before it starts. So we focus on equipping people with practical and usable skills on AI. The second is helping you reimagine and transform your operations. This is where AI shows its real impact, automating workflows, enhancing decisions, and rethinking processes end to end. And the third is all about building new capabilities. That means platforms, chatbots, AI solutions that are secure, scalable, and designed for your environment. So together, these three layers, upskilling people, reimagining operations, and building capabilities, it forms the foundation of adoption, which is what we're talking about today. If you focus on only one of those, the effort won't stick, and we've seen that in practice. But when you combine all three, then AI becomes part of your company's DNA. So let's go through these three layers, starting with people, because this is where adoption lives or dies. So imagine that 70% of organizations today, they say that they don't have the right workforce skills for AI. Many enterprises and leaders are super ambitious about AI. They run pilots, they launch initiatives, but most of them end up having all these efforts posed and not scaling. They stay as proof of concepts, and then you ask why, and it's usually because they don't connect their workflows with the AI capability that they're introducing. But most importantly, their employees aren't trained to use them, and the governance that they have and measurement, they're not in place. So when you also look at why 95% of AI pilots fail to deliver measurable impact, you need to take into account that one of the key reasons is that only 25% of employees globally received any form of AI training in the past year, which is a really scary percentage given the technological advancement that we are seeing today. So when that's the case and you still expect proper AI adoption, it's like really expecting people to run without teaching them how to walk, right? And that's where we come in. Our corporate AI workshops, starting with demystifying AI, is designed to close that gap. It's not a theory session. It's not gonna give you, some nostalgia or flashbacks to university. It's really a practical, hands-on and tailored workshop for the reality of the business, right? We go back to the basics. We help teams understand what is AI. Because if you go now to an enterprise and you actually ask the employees, explain to me what AI is and how it works. Explain to me the difference between AI, deep learning, machine learning. I would bet that a lot of them would struggle to answer a lot of these questions. So we show them how it works, how to use agents in their workflows, how to structure prompts, how to build automations, how to integrate all of that into their everyday work. And by the end of the workshop, employees don't just know about AI, they've actually built something, they've tested it, and they've seen the value out of it. And more importantly, they've left confident enough to say that their skills now can be empowered with AI. So our workshops are very, very customizable, and we offer numerous modules based on your needs. For instance, we have the AI concepts and architectures module. We explain what LLMs actually are, how they work, how frameworks like React or agentic models apply to business. Second, we have the tool ecosystem and integration. We show the team how tools like Microsoft Copilot or ChatGPT can be integrated into enterprise systems and how to use them securely. Third, prompting and workflow automation. Teams practice prompt engineering on ground, and they build multi-step prompts that create end-to-end workflows. And this is where they realize that AI isn't just about random queries, it's really about structured, repeatable processes. And finally, enterprise applications, right? We bring in real use cases that are relevant to your company and that lets teams apply AI to them. By the end, they've learned, they practice, and they've applied, and they don't just understand AI, but they can actually use it. Now, once people are ready, next stage is to reimagine the operations, right? And this is where AI starts to create the big value. We go into organizations and our team with the various expertise that we help you map workflows and ask which ones are repetitive, which ones are decision heavy, which ones take too long, and then we design intelligence agents and systems to handle all of that. So this is not just automation just for the sake of it. It's about embedding intelligence into the flow of work, and it's really where adoption scales. So for that, we use a three-step journey, starting with discovery. We analyze workflows, we look for bottlenecks, assess data, and also prioritize where AI has the most potential. Then we move to one of my favorite stages, the design and build. That's where we run short design sprints, where we prototype solutions, be it intelligent agents, automations, or even integrations to your existing systems, where we validate with teams to make sure that whatever we discovered can actually be put into practice. And finally, deployment and measurement. We roll out at scale, track performance, and we also help you measure the impact of what we've built together, be it cost savings, be it time saved, be it accuracy improved, whatever it is that we define, then we take it further and refine accordingly. So this ensures AI doesn't stop at pilots. It becomes embedded in your everyday operations. Let me share a real example on how we've done this before. We've done this over and over again, but this particular case study is always special to us in the team. So we worked with a governmental entity here in the kingdom that had a very, very traditional physical process. It involved multiple stakeholders, extremely high demand from all across the country. And to be honest, it wasn't sustainable to keep scaling it in the old way. So what we did, we ran a design sprint with them. In just a few weeks, we mapped the as-is journey, the pain points, we defined the personas, the stories. We even ended up with a prototype for a digital journey. And then we co-created that solution that brings all those stakeholders together in one digital place. As a result, what started a physical, fragmented process is now a fully digital operational marketplace. It's live and it's generating new revenue for the group. And this is exactly what I mean, right? When we say AI should not just be an experiment, we help you design, build, and deliver solutions that create lasting impact beyond POCs and pilots. So the same approach, mapping, redesigning, building, scaling, this whole mindset is what we've used to build our product Nuggets. It's an interesting name, I know, for those who haven't heard it before. But Nuggets is an AI workflow automation platform. It takes that sprint-driven mindset that we have and applies it on ongoing intelligent operations, right? It gives you the ability to design and deploy intelligent agents that can run complex processes end to end. So instead of stitching, together multiple systems manually, Nuggets connects data, workflows, and AI models in one place. It enhances your decision making with real-time intelligence, and it helps you monitor the outcome as they happen. So when I talk about reimagining operations, this is what I mean, right? Moving beyond pilots and proof of concepts into systems like Nuggets that are enterprise ready. They are observable as well, and designed to scale inside your organization. We've upskilled the team, we reimagined the operations, and now it's time to, build something new. And sometimes it's not necessarily building something new, but enhancing what exists, right? And that's where we come in with secure AI platforms, advanced chatbots, and agent capabilities. These are not just generic assistants, plug and play that you can get online and just integrate into your organization without thinking or proper strategy. They're custom built to use your data, your workflows, and your governance. They integrate with your systems and they scale, right? And whatever it is, the principle always stays the same. Design it to fit your environment, make it secure, and make sure it also scales responsibly. So to make adoption sustainable, we at NFNPL focus on three core principles, right? First, it's innovation at the core. So AI should not be just automating the old way of working. It should be unlocking new ways, be it new workflows, fewer steps, better data capture, and so on. The second is people first adoption. Technology, it's useless if people don't trust or use it. And we all know that, and we've experienced that firsthand. So we make sure adoption is people first. At NFNPL, we're all about people and platforms, and we want to make sure that your team has clear roles, they have transparency with their systems, and they have the training that they need to actually empower them to know how to use them. And third is platforms that scale, right? Adoption only lasts if it scales. That means secure, enterprise ready, platforms with governance, as I mentioned, monitoring, flexibility to connect to new models as they emerge. So these three pillars, innovation, people, and platforms, is pretty much how we turn AI from projects into long-term capability that your company has. One last point on building capabilities. It's important to mention that we are model agnostic. We don't lock clients into one provider, whether it's GPT, Claude, Gemini, and now Alam, since it's out in the market. We integrate what's working best for you, right? For your strategy, for your risk profile, for your data. And this landscape is moving too fast to place all bets on, one single model. We help you identify the best models for your use cases, and our job is to make your AI infrastructure flexible and future-proof. And on the capability side, one of our strongest examples is FikraHub. For those that don't know it, FikraHub is an AI-powered innovation platform. It helps people take an idea, whether it's from a student, an employee, an innovator, a corporate team member, anyone with an idea, and turn it into a business concept, right? A business case with a working prototype with AI supporting the entire journey. It's already been used by universities, corporates, government entities to date, and it's generated over 1,300 ideas over the past year, and it's currently being used by organizations like SAP to elevate their internal innovation. So why does this matter? Why are we talking about FikraHub? Because it's not enough to have AI in operations, right? And this is a case study of a platform that we built to kind of build a culture and a system where new ideas can emerge, they can be tested, and move forward quickly. So FikraHub gives organizations that capability, but definitely is powered by AI as well. So to close, I'll bring back one key point that we always keep mentioning. Intelligence only matters when it delivers, right? So if you want to move from pilots to impact with us, there are three ways to start. schedule a corporate AI workshop to build AI capabilities in your teams. Let's run a discovery sprint together to find high-value opportunities within enterprise, or just book a demo, grab some popcorn and see our platforms, tools, and agents in action, and I promise you'll be impressed. So that was me. I mean, with everything that's going on with Saudi now and the launch of Humane and Alam, and everyone is just moving at an incredible pace with AI, and the potential is just immense. It's important to start acting now and defining the next stage of your AI adoption internally, because the really question will be moving forward. It's not just, are you experimenting with AI? It will be, are you leading with it? Thank you.